everybody, this is Legends Gaming, and today we've got for you OG Broly. This is the deck that I won first place at Locals with. It is slightly tampered with to go ahead and adhere to the new ban list for set 13. So, unfortunately, no Master Roshi's. Sad face. It is what it is. For those of you that are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you don't miss any of the future videos. But without any further ado, we've got, boom, OG Broly. This is the dude that I started out playing when I first started the game, and I started the game when it first came out 3 years ago. So this was definitely right up my alley when they released Demonic Restraint. Love playing this dude. Love playing him. OG Hand Destruction. I like it. The leader is... he has a permanent. This card cannot attack battle cards. Kind of sucks, but oh well. When this card attacks, both players choose one card from their hand and place it in their drop area. And he has the generic, when your life is at 4 or less, you may draw 2 cards and flip this card over. Look, it's so cool. And then you have Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan. The permanent still retains. This card cannot attack battle cards. But this time when he attacks, you draw 1 card. Then both players choose 1 card from their hand and 1 card from their battle area and place those cards in their drop areas. And I'll show you here in a little bit how that's going to play into how this deck will function. It's really spicy. I like it. So let's get into the deck profile. I apologize. Got that change the weather stuff going. To start it off, I'm running 3 Demonic Restraints. You really only need to see this once. So few things out there get rid of stuff as far as fields and... primarily fields, actually. So you really only need to see it one time, and the rest of them you're just going to charge pretty much. He is a field, of course. A permanent. This card is also treated as Broly's Ring in all areas. And cards in your hand can't be discarded by your green Broly leader card skills. Auto, if your leader card is mono green Broly card, which it is. When this card is discarded or placed in a drop area from your battle area by one of your leader cards or battle card skills, you activate it from the drop, then add up to 1 card from your hand. Now, you don't have to choose 1. You can choose 0 because it says up to. But it's just a nice little way to help you self-awaken if they're trying to start you out. Which, by the way, if you're not playing against something that's aggro, which we all know the meta is still hyper aggro right now, you really want to try to awaken by turn 2 at the latest. It has an activate main once per turn for 3 green energy. You choose up to 1 green Broly card with an energy cost of 6 or less in your hand and play it. That is absolutely bonkers. I freaking love that. Absolutely bonkers. I'll show you how that works in a little bit. So we got those 3. Now for the Unisons, I ran 2 different kinds of Unison. Of course I ran for the Demigraw, just so that way your Dormant Potential is live by turn 1. He has a permanent when if this card loses a marker from an opponent's attack, you may add 1 card from your life to your hand instead. So that's good if you're trying to keep him alive. And activate main for +1. This card gets plus 10k power for the turn. And then a -3 activate main. You choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, KO it, and then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 3 or less, ignoring barrier, and KO it. Great field removal. Just versatile with the effects that you can get off of that thing. But like I said, I mainly run it just because your Dormant Potential will be live by turn 1. So I also popped in Super Saiyan Bardock, Paternal Unison. Now I love the Broly. I do. It's just hard for me in my mindset to cast out 3 energy for that Unison when I can cast this one out for 2. He has an auto when your opponent combos. You may place up to 1 card from their combo area in the owner's drop area. If you do, negate this skill for the turn. Activate main +1. You may choose one of your green battle cards with an energy cost of 1 and KO it. Now that's going to come into effect here in a minute. And I'll show you how that's going to coincide. If you do, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and discards it. Now, when I say OG Hand Destruction, this is OG Hand Destruction. It is pitch 1 or swing pitch 1, KO 1, pitch 1. It's just nice. -3, activate main. This card gets plus 5k power and triple attack for the turn. That's great for that extra pressure. Now we are running 4 of the Super Saiyan 3 Broly, Saiyan Berserker. This card is strictly only for if you don't see your demonic restraint by turn 1 and you happen to see this dude, you can pitch him to bring out the demonic restraint. When this card is placed in your drop area. So, and what I mean by that is your leader swing. So on the unawakened side, you'll swing. You and your opponent will ditch a card. If you didn't get your demonic restraint, you've got this dude. You choose to ditch him. His auto goes into effect when his card is placed into a drop area from your hand by a skill, and your leader card is a Broly card. You choose up to 1 Broly's ring, which the Dormant Potential is treated as Broly's ring. From your deck, activate it, then shuffle your deck. If you do, choose 1 or 2 cards in your life and add them to your hand. Another great Self-Awakener. Gets you down to, because you really don't want to stay on this side unless you're just forced to. If there's any possible way that you can get yourself to the awakened side as quickly as possible, you need to do that. But like I said, you'll pitch him, you'll get to bring out the Dormant Demonic Restraint. I like it. So for draw power for the deck, I am running 4 Paragus to Sacrifice. This dude is just great. If you can manage to get all 4 of these on down, and I did it in one game at our locals. He's a once per turn. You choose 1 green card from your battle area other than this card and place it in your drop area and draw 1 card. Absolutely love this because I just kept looping it with the Demonic Restraint. And this one says if it's placed into the drop area, you automatically get to play it again. So you would have this Joker out, have all 4 of these, activate it, pitch, draw a card, do it 4 times. Hand size gets pretty big, and I like it. Forces your opponent to really try to use their skills to kill those off because they don't want you to keep drawing. Now for our searchers, running 4 of the Broly Dawn of the Rampage. I still love this card. All the people that started playing this game, you just know. When you play this card, you look up to 7 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 green Broly among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. This is just a great searcher if you're trying to find any of your key Broly pieces, especially your 6-drop. I did run into one game where I saw none. It was a unfortunate thing. Didn't see any. I just managed to get lucky with all the hand size and everything, and I had enough combo power to finish off my opponent. He's also a good evolve target. It's a last-ditch evolve target because you have a lot more in here that allow you to bring out your targets a lot easier than what this one will allow you. But it doesn't hurt to have the options. And next we're running 3 of Broly, the Tame Beast. I love this card. He has an auto. You add 1 card from your life to your hand. When this card attacks, it gets plus 11k power for the turn. I literally never used it for that. I was already awoken when I needed to be. He's just a good extra toss-up to where if you need that last one to push for game or to try to self-awaken yourself. But he does have an auto for 1 green if your leader card is mono green Broly. When this card is placed in your battle area, is placed in your owner's drop area by a skill or KO'd via your leader, or you can choose it from the Paragus as well to pop it. You choose up to 1 mono green Broly card with energy cost of 4 or less in your hand and play it. Love that. Absolutely love that. So you can play him, take a life, make him 15, swing, use either the leader skill or the Paragus or something to pop it, pay 1 green, and then bring out a 4-drop. Now our 4-drop lineup, I decided to run 2 of the Broly the Swift Berserker. This card is absolutely bonkers. It's just amazing. Thank you, Bandai. For 1 green energy when this card is played, so after your 1-drop gets popped, you'll pay another green. When he's played, you choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. If you do, you choose up to 1 green Broly card with an evolve skill in your hand and play it on top of this card. So it can be the 6-drop Broly that plays and makes them, and then they fan out their cards and you get to pitch. You get to choose. It's blind, but you still get to choose 2 cards out of their hand. I actually had one of my opponents, 3 cards. I popped down the 6-drop. They fanned him out. I picked 2. One of them happened to be the secret rare Heroine's Lineage. So that was that was a lucky thing. He also has an activate main for 1 green. If your leader card is a mono green and you have 3 or more energy, you may choose one of your mono green battle cards of energy cost of 1 and Broly in its character's name, or mono green extra card with an energy cost of 1 and the field skill, and place it in its owner's drop area. If you do, you play this card from your hand. So that's just another easier. That's just a second option to get him out here to cheat out the 6-drop. If you don't have the 1-drop to be able to play out, or if you play it and they bounce it or kill it or something like that. For our next 4-drop lineup, tell me y'all remember this dude from the very first anniversary box. We have got Deathless Warrior Broly. Man, I love this. I still love this artwork. He is an evolve skill for 3. When evolving this card into a Broly with a different card name from your hand, the evolve cost is decreased by 2. So, as long as it's not the same dude, like your 6-drop, he becomes 1 green energy. So if you're not able to get this play going off to be able to free play him, it'll cost you 1 more green. So by the end of it, it costs you 3 for your entire chain, including this dude, to be able to bring out your 6-drop. And when this card is played, if your leader card is Broly, your opponent may choose one of their battle cards and KO it. If they don't KO a card this way, they instead choose 2 cards in their hand and place them in their drop area. So if you're managed to keep their board state low or wipe off their board and pop this dude down, they have no targets to kill. You got to pop 2 cards, man. And then on top of that, then if you do play the 6-drop, fan them out and pick them 2 more. Then your leader swings another card. That's 5 cards already. Love it. I don't like playing hand destruction. Playing against it, anyway. But I do like playing it. Then, of course, we're running this beauty right here. Look at it. We've got Broly, the Rampaging Horror. I'm running 3 of this dude. I should probably bump him up to 4. There was only 1 game where I actually did not see him. The rest of them, I saw him pretty consistently. So I'm going to try him out a few more times and see how that fans out. But he does have an evolve cost of that many. You're never going to have to worry about that unless you're doing it over the OG 1-drop. But he is a 30k double striker. And when you play this card, you choose up to 2 cards, 2 in your opponent's hand, at random, and place them in the drop area. That is bonkers. Your opponent does not get to choose what they want and decide what they can go without for now. They fan them out. You pick 2. See ya. Now, of course, the best freaking green super combo in the game. You just can't get over this, man. 4, Defending Father Paragus. He's just a great... He already comes with the plus 10k, so if you are running against aggro, you automatically have that defense. Unlike other super combos that are just 0 until your life is at 4 or less. But when you combo with this card, your life is at 4 or less, you draw 2, and then you choose 1 from your hand and place it in your drop area. I love that. Absolutely love it. Then we had to run 3 of the Son Goku Power of Legend. He is a unique, but he's a critical, and he becomes a free play. So if your leader card is green, when one of your card skills makes an opponent discard a card, which is going to every single time your leader swings, you may play this card from your hand. Now, a great deal with this dude is you can swing with your leader, make them pitch one, play it, activate a Paragus, or after you swing, get that 15k crit swing in. Then you can activate the main on this dude. As you send it to its owner's warp. Well, never mind. I take that back. So, to activate the main and send it to its owner's warp, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, which cost of 4 or less, and send it to its owner's warp. So if you activate that, you can't play another one. But if you swing with the leader, make them pitch one, you play him for free, you got a 15k crit, swing away, you got that critical hit, use Paragus, choose this card, bounce it to your drop area, play something else that makes your opponent ditch one, play another one. Now for our counterplay, we had to run Frieza, man. Come on. It's Frieza. He's become green now. Frieza, charismatic villain. Still love that artwork. My son pulled that. He is, he's your counterplay. He's your main counterplay for this deck. Actually, he's just like your only counterplay for this deck. But he's your big boy. If you have a green Unison card with 2 or more markers in play, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying its energy cost. That's where your Demigra or your Bardock are really going to come in handy, because they're going to make this Joker live by turn, or especially your Demigra will make this Joker live by turn 1. Because you'll pay 1, +1 on him, boom. And when this card is played, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 7 or less. Now, do not forget, you can still play this on something that has deflect. It can't target it because of deflect, but you can still play it during your counter window. You just can't target that one. You can target something else on the board and kill it. And then, of course, for our negates, we got 3 Shocking Death Ball. I just love this card. I'm a huge fan of the sparking aspect. You can be tapped out and then still get that extra, that counter in. So if your leader card is green, you negate the attack. Then you get to choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 2 or less and KO it. So he's a great early removal for the Self-Awakeners that put, 15k double strike on you automatically, or the pesky little 1ks that are becoming a nuisance. And then, like I said, as long as you got 5 cards in your drop, you can activate the sparking where you just take a life and you still get to negate. He's great. And then you can't have green without Dormant Potential Unleashed. This card is bonkers. There's a reason this card is still freaking expensive. If you're playing green, you absolutely have this card. As much as I was very adamant for a long time, I'm not dropping the money on this card. I'll just play something else. You can't. If you're trying to play green at all, you need this or you're gonna die. But he has a counterattack. You choose any number of your opponent's battle cards that add up to a total energy cost of 2 or less and KO them, so more removal. And additionally, you may pitch 1 green card from your hand and discard it. If you do, your opponent can only attack 1 more for the turn. That's 1 more, period. So whereas other colors specify they can only attack, like Nimbus, where it says they can only attack with battle cards once more. They still get the Unison swing. They still get 1 more battle card swing. If they haven't swung with the leader, they still get the leader swing. This one just says period. You get 1 more attack, period. And then if you have a green Unison card in play, no matter how many markers on it, as long as you have a Unison card, period, you can activate this card for free. So, guys, that is the deck that I won first place with at Locals. Now, it is slightly modified. I took out the 3 Roshis that I had, so I think I added 1 more 4-drop. Actually, I added 2 more 4-drops. And then I think 1 more Paragus. But other than that, that is the post-ban list of what I'm going to be running and testing with. So tell me what you guys thought, what you would change, what you would like to tech in, what's some secret spice that you would personally throw and confuse your opponent with. Maybe piss them off a little bit, because everybody knows hand destruction it is not friendly. It's just not friendly. But yeah, tell us in the comments below, and y'all have a good one. Peace.